Welcome back to the Timeless Watch channel, guys. So I have some wonderful fans. You guys are some of the best viewers and fans anyone could hope for, and I call you V.G.V.E.Ts. Very generous viewers with excellent taste. So I'm going to go through a few of the gifts I've received over the past couple of weeks. It's been a heavy week of gifts arriving, and I figured I'd put some of them onto the channel and a few ones that arrived previously as well that I haven't featured yet. But thank you all for sending stuff to me. I get a lot of booze, obviously. It's pretty clear I'm a bit of a boozer. John sent me this bottle here of Jameson Black Barrel. This is solid stuff. Thank you, John. Gorgeous stuff. Whenever you reach for a nice smooth Jameson, they've got lots of options. They've got the crested 10, which now has the X. It's just crested with X standing for 10. That's one of my favorites. The Cask Mates, of course, which they age in beer barrels. And this one, beautiful, triple distilled, gorgeous, and a solid whiskey. And thank you, because it's keeping me away from the bottle that Des Ferris sent me a few weeks back, the Redbreast 21. It's stopping me from attacking that one. Whenever I want a little Irish, I reach for this one. So thank you for that, a double whammy. Cheers, brother. All right, so let's get straight into it. I received this from Herb Maynard. He made a beautiful Harween leather wallet for me. I've scratched it up already. Look, I was using it a little bit. I guess it scratches kind of easily. And he asked me what color I wanted, and I said, well, let's do green. Let's do Rolex green. And he also sent me some straps. This beautiful green strap to match. And he asked me which watch I would put it on. I usually, when I get straps made, I usually ask for a strap for the Speedy, because the Speedy is a real strap queen, isn't it? Like, you can just put so many different straps on it. Let me give you a zoom there. Look at that. It's gonna look nice, right? With that vintage style stitching there. Beautiful, soft Harween leather. Very, very finely made. And that beautiful, strong leather smell, like I just walked into a jacket store, shoe store or something. Gorgeous. And he made one for larger watches. I was telling him I've got some 22 mil, which reminds me, what am I wearing? I'm actually wearing the Sea Dweller Redline SD43 right now, the Mark 1. I have two of these puppies. Beautiful, look at those. This is 22 mils across, so this could go on here, or on Panerai or something like that. Gorgeous, yeah? Thank you so much, Herb. Beautiful stuff. Next is this book. This was actually sent to me some time ago, and the maker of the book, the writer of the book, Colin White here, he was interested in me putting it in the background of my little set there, my old apartment, where I would have books in the background. You remember that? And he was wondering, could I pop this in there? And I said, sure. He'd give me a free copy of the book. I'm like, sure, no problem. I'm happy to promote your book. But then, of course, I moved apartment, and I don't really have that kind of setup anymore. And but I figured I'd give you a look at this beautiful book. This is a very, very detailed book on vintage Rolex. The Vintage Rolex Field Manual by Colin White. Serious book, this. I mean, this is, to a level that I'll never even come close to myself. Just stunning. This guy probably knows more about vintage Rolex than any of us, guys. Look at this, incredible. Beautifully printed, beautifully made, big heavy book. Gorgeous. Thank you so much for that. And I'm so sorry I ended up changing my set so it didn't wind up in the background. But whenever I do put a set together Right now my set is the streets of Venice in the background, but when I've got a proper set together at some point in the future, it will definitely be one of the books that sits there in the background, along with the obligatory one man and his watch everybody has, right? Next is Mirage sent me another watch case. They had sent me this one a while back. Remember this one from the video back at Christmas? And I gave them a plug. They don't pay me or anything. They just send me a watch roll. So they sent me one of their newer ones. They started making 2 watch and single watch rolls. And I just love them, and I'll tell you why. They're the quality of the expensive ones, but they don't cost it. Like if you look at the whole quality of this, it's beautiful, and they have the slide out parts and so on, the partitions, so you don't bang the watches off one another. And this is all real, guys. This is the real deal. Beautifully made. And I think this one is 80 bucks and the bigger one is 90. I mean, that's under 100 bucks. This kind of quality, if you look at the Bosphorus ones, for example, very famous, very beautiful, you're talking 400 or 500 bucks. It's a lot of money to spend on a roll. One thing I love as well is it's not a roll. It's got this flat part. So it doesn't roll, you know, it won't go anywhere. It just sits there like that, which is nice. Sometimes I actually use it as a watch stand. I'll actually stick a watch over it like that and use it as a watch stand. So again, they're not paying me or anything, but I don't mind letting you guys know about the Mirage. Really good stuff, affordable, you know, beautiful, high quality watch rolls that won't break the bank. Thanks for this. And that calls for another drink. Next up, I just got this from Michael Knapp. How you doing, Michael, if you're watching? My good friend. He has a great channel called Strap a Watch. There it is there. And he's an excellent watch strap maker. And his channel is really cool. It just basically, it's him talking about watches, talking about various different things as he hand makes a watch strap from the ground up. It's quite fascinating and a really, really lovely guy. I gave him a plug a while back because he made beautiful straps for my Speedy, but he did notice that I took one of them and butchered it a little bit myself by putting it onto a deployant. So I said, listen, if you don't mind sending me another one, I promise I won't wreck it. So he said, sure, and he made it specifically for that deployant. So check it out. I also mentioned that I was interested in something a bit more adventurous as well this time, if possible. So he sent this one. This is the replacement for the one I butchered. The whole thing is set up and ready to go for that deployant. But just look at the quality of this, guys. Look at that. I mean, the great thing about Michael is he'll take your measurements. You can send him a photo of your wrist with your watch so he gets an idea, you know, tell him exactly which watch you intend to use it for. And he will hand make a beautiful strap for you. And it's like having a custom pair of shoes. You know, you have a piece unique. No one else in the world has exactly that piece. So there is no other strap identical to this. You know, I'm sure you could get him to make one just like it, but they're all slightly different. That's the thing about buying these big famous watch strap brands. You know, there's a dozen other guys out there, you know, within a 50-mile radius will probably have exactly the same strap. This is the only one in the world of exactly this. And it's just beautiful having a tailored strap for your watch. Let's see how it looks next to the Speedy, because this one's for the Speedy. Look at that. That's just gonna be beautiful. I know I have the 1450, maybe the greatest bracelet ever made for Speedies. Not maybe, absolutely, definitely. But I do like a Speedy on a leather strap, I gotta say. I'm a sucker for that. So I also asked him for something a bit more adventurous, and he sent me this. Oh, yes. I just can't get over it. When I opened the box the other day, I was like, are you kidding me? This is just amazing. Now, I have to say the camera, I'm just looking in the viewfinder here. The camera is brightening the red a little, unfortunately. And the red in real life is just a little deeper, more burgundy, more Bordeaux than you can see here. But yeah, stunning. Again, perfectly put together, and with that kind of handmade touch. You know, a machine didn't do this. You know, a person's hands put this together. Let's have a look at it there. That's gonna be really nice. The white stitching just matching all the features on the dial there and the tachometer. Isn't that beautiful? That's gonna be nice, kind of fresh, summery look to the Speedy. So Speedy gets all the new clothes as usual. Thank you so much, Michael. So just once again, strap a watch, go check out his channel, Michael Knapp. I mean, some of the best straps I've ever seen. Next, Usman Malik in Dubai sent me some watches. Usman is a Seiko modder, and he is somewhat of an expert at it, and he sent me these four here. This one is, I guess, based on the Yachtmaster, right, with the kind of bright dial, but it's on a big fat Jubilee. Really well put together. These are all Seiko 5s, modded Seiko 5s. I'm going to do an episode on these watches and Seiko modding very soon. Let me try it on here. I'll just take off this. And try this puppy on. I mean, 22 mils across there, so these Jubilees really suit my tree trunks. Isn't that nice? Kind of bright, summery look off it. Nice red seconds hand there, so definitely a Yachtmaster inspired thing. The next one, and this is maybe my favorite, is this. It's got a Pepsi style bezel, GMT bezel without a GMT hand. I know that's a bit of a contradiction, but it's it still looks good. And I especially like that the red on the bezel isn't quite red. It's more like a toffee brown, honey brown, toffee brown. Isn't that nice? And again, on this big monster Jubilee. I'm a fan of a Jubilee, I have to admit. Next one is this. Again, Yachtmaster-esque with this bezel that looks a bit like that platinum bezel on the yacht. Although it's unidirectional, it's not bidirectional. But very, very solid. On these ones, he put these solid rubber straps. I have to say, they really fit tightly and neatly to the case. There's no play whatsoever. These are rock solid. They feel like they're like the whole thing was built like this at the factory or something. And exhibition on this one too. Not necessary, but okay. What do you think of that? Pretty nice, right? And last but not least, this one. My God, this is gorgeous. Look at the tones in that. It's very root beery. Very chocolatey or something. Somewhere between the Yachtmaster Rose Gold and the root beer. I hate to compare all these to Rolex models, but they are very famous models, and it's hard to ignore the similarities here. What do you think of that? It's pretty nice, right? This one's really got nice tones. I think when I have a deeper tan when the summer moves in, these are going to look great. So I'm going to do a thing on these and give you lots of close-ups and a whole thing about Seiko modding in the coming weeks. Cheers, Usman. Hope all is well over there in Dubai. Thank you for the watches. Next we have, and I'm not sure I can even fit it into the frame here. Yeah, there you go. Kaldas sent me a pair of their headphones. These guys are in India, as you can see the flag right there, and they make very high-end electrostatic headphones. And knowing that I'm a musician, and I'm not sure if they know, but I am an audiophile also. Kind of comes with the territory when you're a producer, you know. They sent me these really high-end headphones. Check out the presentation. This is serious stuff with warnings, of course, because electrostatic technology can be a little dangerous sometimes. Look at this stuff. I mean, I didn't ask for this stuff. They reached out to me. Look at that, magnificent engineering. These are some serious headphones, guys. Electrostatic. If you don't know what that means, look it up. They're not the same as dynamic headphones. They don't move the air the same way. They can be a little bit dangerous. You can't wear them in a ultra humid environment or you'll get an electric shock. In fact, the cable for them looks like an old power cable or something. Essentially, that's exactly what it is. It's a power cable. Problem with these headphones, unfortunately, is of course I need the amplifier. I need the preamp. For, you know, electrostatic technology, you need a preamp, and preamps are a little pricey, and though I do intend getting one, it's going to be a while because I'd like to get a good one, and a good one is about $1,000. They have them for $400 or $500, but I don't think it would do your headphones justice. But thank you so much for the headphones. What a beautiful gift. Next is actually something equally as amazing as everything else. They've been in the background this whole video here. And these came to me from Nick Zazalak. I believe he's in the LA area. I put them in this humidor so we could take a look. I moved all my other cigars over to the larger humidor. Nick, I can't believe it, man. Like, he saw that I was into cigars. Actually, it was funny, Nick, because I was supposed to go and replenish my cigars that day when these arrived. I was like, oh, I better go over and fill up over at Smoking Moses there in the Jewish ghetto here in Venice. Great guy also. And then I got a ring at the doorbell, and it was UPS or FedEx or whoever it was. And it was your package, man. I can't believe it. Listen, I love cigars, but I am not anywhere near the aficionado that you are, my friend. Let me put the Speedy just into the frame there, just to complete that. Isn't that nice? My friend, I don't know what you've done here. You've sent a lot of incredible pieces here. These are all limited edition, aged pieces. I mean, I know it's indecorous to talk about money, but I know that these are worth a lot of money, and I'm trying my best to hold off from smoking them. Edición limitada. This one here, as Nick explained to me, is aged in a jar, a ceramic jar. They only made 800 of the jars, and it was aged 5 years in that jar. I mean, come on, this is serious stuff, guys. Partagas. I'm a big fan of Partagas. Cohiba, of course, maybe my favorites, and Monty's, naturally. One of them that really grabbed my attention was this one with no label. And I reached out to Nick, first of all, to thank him. Thanks again, man, if you're watching. To ask him, you know, well, what's the one with without the label? Did the label come off? I'm very curious. And he said, no, it has no label. It's a custom piece. This is a custom cigar. Are you kidding me? Oh, Monte Cristo 80th anniversary. I mean, that's a 2-hour cigar, is it? I mean, I'm gonna have to set aside an entire evening for that. Some wonderful pieces here. Oyo de Monterrey, Habana, Serie de Oyo. Oyo, of course, means leaf. Look at the wrappers on these, guys. I mean, this is high quality. I have some beautiful cigars, but like, this is a next level kind of thing. I'm blown away. Here's another Monty. Linea 1935, Leyenda, the legend, Leyenda. Look at that. And I love this little extra wrapper here at the end. Obviously I got to take that off straight away. Love it. And the pièce de la résistance that he sent with the whole lot was this. Kaldas Headphones. Wait, you see this thing. I've never seen a cigar like this before. Again, you know, I'm not a super expert with these things. Ask me anything you want about wine or watches or music or science, technology, whatever you want. But cigars, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Check this thing out. Look at that. Now I put it back in the box just to show you guys how it came. But this thing has been in I have a larger humidor. It's been in there. Check it out, guys. Culebras. It is 3 cigars together. So you gotta clip them all and smoke them all. I mean, maybe if I get 100,000 subscribers, I'll smoke it on the channel. Of course, that'll never happen because I don't beg for subscribers like everybody else. And most of you don't subscribe, I noticed. What a shame. Not to worry. I won't hold it against you. Some of you have incredible taste and send me gifts, so who am I to complain? So that's it, guys. I think I'm gonna smoke one of these tonight. Thanks for all the gifts. There were other gifts that came in recent months, and Chen sent some stuff. My daughter grabbed that stuff, by the way, Anne. And various other things. If I didn't feature your gift, I'm so sorry. I'll try and feature it on the next one. I'll do these every once in a while because stuff seems to be pouring in. Thanks once again. You guys are the best viewers. I swear to God, you rival any viewers of any channel. Thanks to you all. Thanks for watching the Timeless Watch channel. Thanks to all my patrons as well. See you in the next one.